Hello, and welcome to Organization Behavior, ORST 420. My name is Elias Abdallah, and I'll be your instructor for the next 8 weeks. This class begins on Monday, October 27, and will end on December 21st. Allow me to share a bit about myself, and then I'll talk a little bit about the course as well. I was born in Jerusalem, Palestine, and came to America at a young age. I was raised in Stockton, California. Those of you guys who are not familiar with California or Stockton, it's just a little bit south of Sacramento and a bit east of San Francisco. I speak Arabic fluently, so English is my second language. I currently live in Bakersfield, California. That is just about an hour and a half north of Los Angeles. And I've lived here in Bakersfield for roughly the last 30 years or so. I've been married for 28 years and I have three grown boys, Matthew, Joshua, and Caleb. I'm also a grandpa to two beautiful little grandkids, Remington, Remy, and Coulter. And I just had my 50th birthday a few days ago, so I'm an official AARP member, whatever that means. I've also been a licensed Foursquare pastor since I was 19 years old, so about 32 years now. And so while serving as a pastor, I was in just about every role you could think of. I was a youth pastor, associate pastor, senior pastor, and then towards the end of my pastoring, I was also a church planter. My wife and I started a church. After we were church planters for some time, I also worked at the district office. At the time, it was called the Central Pacific District, and I worked there for 4 years. And I helped oversee all the churches in California, Nevada, and Utah. And now, for roughly the last 4 years, I've been working at the national office for Foursquare, and I help oversee all their churches across the nation and their properties. So we have, they say, roughly 2,000 churches or so. If a church wants to buy or sell or has insurance issues or wants to lease, it comes through our department and we take care of them. So let's talk about this course, Organization Behavior. Organization in business and life is crucial for success. Being organized means you are being effective and efficient. Those two qualities are critical for being successful. I feel that I excel in organization. It's one of my strong points. I mentioned that my day-to-day job is working for Foursquare, the denomination, and overseeing their 2,000 churches across the United States. That's my full-time job. Our property team oversees all that. Again, the sales, the leasing, insurance. But in addition to that, in addition to my 9 to 5 job, as you would call it, I also own and run two businesses. I own a tour company that specializes in tours to Israel, Palestine, Petra, Egypt. Before the conflict in the Middle East, we were facilitating dozens of trips. These are churches that we would take. In addition to the tour company, I also co-own a bookkeeping company. And in that, we have dozens of clients that rely on our expertise to correctly manage their finances. And finally, I'm also a real estate broker in the state of California. Now, within the tour business, we have over 17 groups or so going every year and roughly 1,000 passengers. There's a lot of moving parts in planning tours, booking flights, hotels, buses, guides, itinerary, collecting money, passports. Now, within the bookkeeping company, we do all the books for our clients, which is accounts receivable, accounts payable, journal entries, reconciliation, monthly financial reports. So when people hear that, they can't believe that I have so many spinning plates and they think I work very long hours, 12 to 18 hours to be able to do all of this. But the truth is, the key to multitasking successfully is organization. And I know personally what is happening with each church, each tour, each bookkeeping client. I put reminders on my calendar. I store information in a way that I can find it very quickly. I create templates so I don't have to repeat myself, and lots of spreadsheets and checklists to stay on top of things. If you master the art of organization, you will save time in your career, you'll become more productive, and you'll even have a lot less stress. The title of the class might sound boring, but as a successful entrepreneur, organization is my number one value. And so, as I mentioned before, this class is going to run from October 27 till December 21st for a total of 8 weeks. It is an upper level class, so most of you already know the routine that assignments are due on Sunday and additional posts and comments by Wednesday. We will also have 6 assignments throughout the class, and I'll post additional videos to give some instruction on those. Please follow LPU's policy and make your posts and submissions in a timely manner. One quick tip for being efficient throughout my day, I touch a piece of paper and or an email one time and I make a decision. I ask myself, do I file it? Do I respond? Or do I throw it away? This takes away procrastination and you don't have to go back and reread it again. So as you're working through school and life, just try to do that as a principle. Touch something one time and don't just lay it aside or come back. Just say, what do I do with this? And make a decision. If you have any questions about this class over the next few weeks or any assignments, please feel free to email me at eabdallah@lifepacific.edu. Please do not email me on Sunday asking a question about an assignment that is due that night. I typically take Sundays off, so look ahead, plan ahead, and come up with any questions before the weekend. So in chapter 1, I've already touched a bit on organization, but here are a few definitions and thoughts from chapter 1. Studying organization behavior helps improve one's total life as an employee, manager, wife, husband, parent, child, etc. And I truly believe in that. Managers engage in the 4 basic functions, which are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. These apply to every area of life and are meant to create efficiency and effectiveness in attaining goals. Planning. To plan, you must first know the end result or destination. Where are we going? What is the goal? Otherwise, how can you plan? In organizing, you are creating groups, establishing patterns, and structuring the plans for success. In leading, you're getting everyone on board to achieve the organization's goals. And then finally, in controlling, you're monitoring and correcting the actions of the organization and its members to keep them directed towards their goals. So a lot of times we'll use metrics and goals to see how we're doing. So please be sure to download the syllabus and follow which assignments are due and when. And again, you can reach me at my email, which is eabdallah@lifepacific.net.